What up, world? It's your boy Roche. Just coming in with a quick message. I'm gonna make it real quick. Y'all make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. But this message today is just about no. You know what I mean? It's about no. Your life is not over. You're still here for a reason. You know what I mean? You woke up today. The reason why you woke up today is you're still here for a reason. You still have lessons to learn. And you still have an impact to have on the world. And whether the impact is large or small, you're still here for a reason. You woke up for a reason. You know what I mean? So that's the message for today. So I'll expand on that a little bit. So with me, it's just like, I see a lot of people, especially with times where they're at right now, giving up on giving up on life, or giving up on situations, or giving up on love, and giving up on relationships, just giving up on things and dealing with people, going into hermit mode, and just sticking to themselves more so than ever. And that that can be a good thing right now. You don't want to be involved in the fray. You want to let everything that's going on in the external world kind of do its thing, and then you want to work on yourself during this time. It's very important to be working on yourself and putting in that spiritual work, doing your meditations and things of that nature. But at the same time, we only learn lessons through interactions with other people. So if you're just fully in hermit mode, we only learn the lessons that we chose to learn by coming here, by interacting with other people. So it is good to sometimes take a break. Like last year, I considered that my sabbatical, man. A whole bunch of and I did a lot of soul searching last year, a lot of inner work, a lot of spiritual work, just so on and so forth, and did very little work as far as bringing in money. Like since I graduated, or since I left college, I should say, I've always been real good friends with money, like real good friends. Like we've had the best of relationships, right? But last year, kind of like we had a falling out. Man, it was more intentional on my part because I was realizing that my identity was so tied up in everything that I had, and I needed everything that I had, like the cars, the clothes, the woman on my side, and how she looked, and so on and so forth. And my identity was tied up in that, and how other people would perceive me due to those things. You know what I mean? And whether it was hate or love, people do perceive you a certain way based on what you have, especially in this world that we live in right now. But one second, let me get a little sip of my tea. And by saying that, last year I did take a break, you know what I mean? Intentional break, you know what I mean? Because I realized that I was too caught up in all of that, you know what I mean? I was entirely too caught up in all of that. Feeling like if I didn't have these things, then I wasn't valuable or worthy, or, you know what I mean? Worthy of love and worthy of this and that, and or I didn't bring any value. But what I just by doing that work and taking a break and removing myself from the quote unquote matrix, I really start to realize the actual value I bring to people's lives. You know what I mean? The calmness that I bring to their lives, the joy that I bring to their lives. You know what I mean? People are always stressing, and they come to me to help them out, and I would make their day a lot better. Like now, I'm back on like, okay, what can I do that ties into who I am as a person now? And I can also support myself financially and live abundantly. Because let's keep it a buck, man. I deserve to live abundantly. Just because I'm quote unquote woke and quote unquote aware of myself now and know who I am, doesn't mean that I have to live in some shack. You know what I mean? I completely don't agree with that. You know what I mean? But I do understand that choosing money is often. And it's like a lot of people make money their God. They'll do anything for money. It's like they'll wake up in the morning, forget to pray or meditate. They'll stay out all night trying to get it. They'll, you know what I mean, to the point to where God's the last thing that they think about, or their connection with spirit and the universe is like one of the last things they think about. Or they'll make immoral choices just to make some money, just to support themselves and keep the lifestyle that they have, and so on and so forth. So, but I also don't believe that just because you're woke that you need to be living in poverty. You know what I mean? And when I say poverty, I mean like physical poverty. You know what I mean? Where you live, the things that you get to indulge in. Because right now, and it's so fucked up the way that it is right now, but you know, the most beautiful places in nature that, you know, we would want to travel to and experience and see, it costs money. So if you believe being woke means that you need to be broke in order for you to have a real connection with God and stay in tune with God, then that means you can't see some of the most beautiful creations that God has gifted us with, right? Anyway, back to what I was saying. So you're still here for a reason. You're waking up every day for a reason. You know, there's still lessons that you need to learn. There's still an impact that you need to have on the world around you. And like I said, whether that's big or small, maybe it's just your community, maybe it's just your family, an impact you need to have on your family. Or if you're ambitious like me, maybe it's the world at large, or maybe you want to leave an imprint on the world at large. And either way it goes, however you want to do, you still have a mission. And the only way you can complete that mission is by interacting with other people. So don't fall into the trap. It's like, okay, if you need a break, take a break. If life has been so overwhelming that you need to fall back and recenter yourself and, you know what I mean, regather your ducks and get them back in the row, so to speak, then that's fine. But don't stay there forever. Don't give up on life and don't give up on people. Because if you give up on people, that means you give up on yourself. Because remember, your outer world is always a reflection of your inner world. So if you think other people outside of you can't change, that means you believe that you can't change. And we all know that's not real. Because just on a personal level, man, I've done so much changing in the last couple of years. It's like crazy. So if I have the potential to change, even the people who are still, quote unquote, asleep right now, they have the potential to change. Now, albeit I've always been a little bit aware and conscious, I've always asked questions and always seen things from a different light. I don't know if it's, you know, I don't know if it's because I'm a Scorpio or whatever, but I've always been like, why does that work like that? And I've always got kicked out of classes for asking questions a little too ahead of my time, you know what I mean? So I've always been wise beyond my years, but if I have the potential to change, I've definitely, especially in my early 20s, was like extremely sleep, you know what I mean? I never did anything crazy. I never sold any drugs or anything like that, but making decisions based on solely how can I make some money, no matter how it affected other people, you know what I mean? And so if I can make a change and raise my vibration, raise my consciousness, raise my awareness of self and the world at large, then who am I to say that other people can't? And who am I to not want to be the light that I was brought here to be, to help other people and guide them? That's why I started my record label, because, you know, I make music and it's amazing. Like, you guys you're gonna hear it soon. You know, I'm gonna be everywhere, so don't trip. But my record label is called Lighthouse because I'm meant to be a lighthouse, a beacon for those lost at sea who are still, you know, drifting around, maybe don't know themselves yet. They're still lost. They don't know their purpose. They'll be able to see my light and feel attracted to my light and come to shore and dock their boat and feel safe for the first time in a long time, you know what I mean? And gain some of that light and then internalize that light and then shine that light on others, and they'll turn into their own lighthouses, you know what I mean? And that's what you're here for, whether you know it at this moment right now or not. You're here to shine your light, you know what I mean? I get everything on this planet gets its life. Everything natural and living gets its life from the sun. Everything natural and living gets life from the sun and the earth, of course. You get nutrients, and you know, you get what you need from the earth. So whether that be fruit, vegetables, so on and so forth, grains, so on and so forth, you get that from the earth. But you get the light and your energy from the sun. So if I'm getting my light from a light, so to speak, an energy ball, then I'm taking that light and internalizing it and then sharing that light with other people. You know what I mean? So that's what we're all brought here to do, is to share our light. So don't get caught up in everything that's going on. Don't allow it to hold you back and make you feel like you want to pull away from society and you no longer want to engage with people, because that's what we're here for. You know what I mean? I know it gets stressful dealing with people who aren't woke, whether it be your family, your friends. And if they just don't want to wake up, it's not their time. Okay, you just, you left them that crumb and that seed. You gave them that seed. So if you planted that seed, maybe it'll start to grow one day. Maybe they'll be like, and then boom, they start to have their dark night of the soul, and they start to realize everything for what it is, and they start to become a little bit more aware and conscious. You know what I mean? So never stop being that light in this world, because it's needed more than ever right now. You know what I mean? So don't become such a recluse and so holier than thou and above everything that's going on and above the fray that you're not shining your light on the world, because that's what you're here for, to shine your light on the world. You know what I mean? And anytime I get on here and I start speaking, I'm really speaking for myself. And it's a message that I'm receiving, but I'm sharing it with others because I know it's going to resonate with so many people. You know what I mean? So with everything that's going on, I know it's a stressful time, and a lot of your friends and family members and people you used to hold near and dear have fallen by the wayside because they're just not willing to hear what you have to say, and they don't respect your opinions, maybe like you respect theirs. But it doesn't mean give up on society and give up on sharing your light, because guess what? Your light is going to add to the totality. So we could stop living in darkness, because right now, I think light is beginning to take over and come back, so to speak. If we design this as a spiritual war like it is, let's say, they'll say it was like an arm wrestling match, spiritual war, just a physical representation. So light was losing, so we were arm wrestling, and this side is darkness, and this side is light. We were like here, like we were damn near lost, and now it's like, it's like here. We're like, almost we're about to take over and be winning at this point. And a few, we're almost there. Like I feel the energy on the earth. I feel people waking up, even the generation right behind us. I'm a 90s baby, so the generation right behind us is super woke, man. I'm just so impressed by them. Like, the things that they know at like 17, 20, like, it's like, that's what's up. The things that I learned in my late, mid-20s, they already know it in their teenage years. And it's probably because we did the learning and started sharing that information online, and they have access to that information at an early age. So just continue to do your job in sharing your light, whether you know it or not. You're having an impact on this world at large. You know what I mean? So continue to do that. Don't get caught up in the fray. Don't get caught up in just wanting to only be a recluse. Yes, do your inner work. Sometimes you need to get away. Sometimes you need to pack things in and focus on yourself and shut everything down. Like I said, I did that last year, man. And it was the best year of my life, 100%, like the best year. I really needed it. I worked through childhood traumas. I worked through any blockages that I had. I worked through confidence issues, you know what I mean? Because there were still things that were holding me back from sharing my light at its full potential. Because what a lot of you guys are going to see when you see this rise that is about to happen for me is I was holding myself back because I didn't love and believe in myself, right? So if you need to do that, then do that. If you need to, shut shit down and go on an internal journey and fix what's going on with you, fix what's going on in your mind, fix what's going on with your heart, and, clear that up, heal a broken heart or anything like that, then do that. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that. I'm saying I'm coming from the point where you feel like, fuck these people, I'm giving up on the world. I'm not dealing with anybody, and I'm not going to share my life. Because if you live the remainder of your life as a recluse, as a hermit, not, dealing with people, then you're really just, you know what I mean? You really wasted your gift. Your gift is your light. You could be sharing that with people, you know what I mean? Helping people grow. It's amazing to me, the DMs that I get just from sharing information and how people tell me, thank you. You really be on point. And it'd be the people that I think are the most sleep sometimes, you know what I mean? It'd be like, dang, I would have never expected you to hop in my DMs, you know what I'm saying? And say thank you for sharing this information, you know what I mean? So share your light, regardless of the people closest to you. Sometimes you need to remove yourself from the equation, and then that'll wake them up, you know what I mean? The people closest to you aren't willing to wake up, and they're not hearing what you're saying, and maybe they're disrespecting you because you think differently. Then remove yourself from the equation, because what'll happen is, by and by large, you're probably the best energy they've ever been around because you're spiritually tapped in, you know what I mean? So when you remove yourself from the equation, they're going to start to long for that energy again. And then they're going to be like, oh, dang. And then they're going to start to think like you thought, because they're thinking about your energy. And they start to think like you thought, and they're going to start to see the world for what it is, you know what I mean? Oh, he was always saying this. And they're going to start to look at the information differently, the news differently. Like, dang, he was always saying the news was nothing but pushing fear. And they'll start to look at the news like, oh, no, they just put, you know what I mean? So just do what you need to do to make sure you're protecting your energy, but also share your light, because you can't focus on the people who don't get your message, because you can't underestimate a planet seed, but the people who need your message and need your light will love you for it and thank you for it and appreciate you for it. You know what I mean? So that's my message for today. I just wanted to make it quick, man. It's your boy Roche, man. I'm in a good mood. In a very good mood, you know what I mean? And just in life in general, just not today, but in life in general, I wake up smiling a lot more. I wake up with much more hope for the world. You would ask me this like 2-3 years ago, you know what I mean? I've been like, damn, the world is fucked up. The world is this, and that. Yeah, there's a lot of dark that's going on, but there's a lot of light that's happening now too. You know, there's a lot to smile about, you know what I mean? And that's what we need to focus on. What we focus on is what we manifest more of. So focus on the light more so than the dark, and you be more a part of the light than the dark. Now we need to continue to stay on the path, and we need you to share your light. We need that light, you know what I mean? The sun can't do it by itself. The sun can't do it by itself. You see that? They blocking the sun as much as they can. They can't do it by itself. Now it's our turn. It's our time to step up and share light. You know what I mean? And it's in whatever form that you share it in, whether you paint, whether you sing, whether you rap, whether it's a business, whether it's your football coach even, you know what I mean? And that can be light, because those kids need that, you know what I mean? And a good football coach, not the ones who, anyway. But whether it's any of these things where your gift, you're using your gift, whether it's a gift of coaching or a gift of connecting with people, or a gift of being a doctor, you know what I mean? Helping people through, and I would say naturally being, what do you call that? Holistic doctors, helping people naturally. Whatever it is your gift is, use it to shed your light on the world, because we need it right now, all right? And that's it. That's all. It's your boy Roche. I'm getting ready to get out of here. Actually getting ready to do a little work. But, man, I hope y'all having a blessed day. Y'all stay up, man. And just every day, just try to be like the sun as much as possible. Shed light and bring life to as many people as you can. And you know what I mean? And that's it. All right, I'm out of here, man. Y'all stay blessed.